One thing we wanted to show the replenishment also through this OPS5 report is the time horizon of actions and when does it really start making a difference, and to make sure that we fully capture the slow trends in environmental systems. This example gives you a biodiversity loss in an ecosystem. It shows that trends continue to go downwards over time, and then we have a slow recovery. But some local actions started up in the beginning, and the stakeholders became active. Still, the trends continued downwards, and then we see gradually over time a slow recovery. Not a full restoration, but a slow recovery. How does the GF interact with all of this? First of all, the GF looks at the eligibility of GF support to this specific problem. It then formulates a project. This project is funded, it's implemented, but after the project ends, there is no longer any GF support. So we are interested to see what happens right at the end of the project and later on. If we look at that, first of all, on local impact, we have evidence that this can take place rather quickly. If we measure, for example, the abundance of one species of birds, here is an example of the Danube Delta, you see that when the project started, the numbers of birds had gone down dramatically, and then it takes off again, and at the end of the project you have a clear impact on this one species. However, it's not that easy for the ecosystem as a whole, is what we find in our evaluations. So if we look at how things develop over time, we can plot the local species and see that there is a quick and fast increase. But at the same time, we see that the system is slow to recover. We have indicators for this and measurements, and we see this happening. If we then start measuring at the end of the project, we basically identify that at project end, some local impact is visible, but no system impact. 5 to 8 years later, we see some system impact emerging. And these are the time horizons that we need to take into account.